Hi all, this is just a video just to show all the counsellors about how to invite a parent in to the course counselling session using Zoom. So first thing is to open up your Zoom account, so make sure that you're using your Concordia email address. Then what you'll do, so imagine you're just about to start a counselling session with a student, come up here and click host a meeting. You get these options. Make sure you click host a meeting with the video on. That will do is it'll actually start to open up a meeting. This is pretty much similar to Teams, where we use Teams to sort of call students and potentially classes. So it opens up this window here. Position it. So down the bottom here is an option for participants. What you can do is you click this little arrow here and it opens up this invite option. So you click on the invite, and what we'll do is we're going to use email to invite the parent, send a link to this particular Zoom session to parents. So, and you're obviously doing this in real time. So you've started your session, you've got your student there. Obviously, if you finish early, you can do this in advance, but you're going to use your default email. So click on default email. It will then open up your email address. So either use Outlook, this is using the web version. And then what you need to do is, depending on the student that you've got, you'll have a list of all parent addresses. Then in here, you will put in their particular address that is going to send them the link. So I'm just going to use an example here. So then I'm going to press send, and this will then send the parent email address you put in there, will send them a link to be able to join into the meeting. So I'll send that off. And then what you do is just go back to your Zoom. And what you need to do is to wait. And what you should have come up is, you see at the top here, is if the parent has received that email and has opened the link and accessed Zoom, then what you can see here is that you have this option here. So that is basically then admit them into, I can then admit that person into the session, which is then the parent. Now when they're admitted, they can then obviously have their video on or off. That's totally their option, but then they can just be then involved in the session. Once you've finished, you can then probably have two options. You can either totally close this meeting down and just follow exactly the same process I've just shown, or you can then remove that person from the meeting. They'll probably end the meeting themselves anyway, and you can keep this open. Probably not a bad idea if you've got sort of multiple sessions in a row, and then you can do the same. So up here, I'll show you how to, this person here, if they're admitted, you can remove them. So they're gone, and then you can just follow that process again. Now we're going to send information to parents about how to do this. If worst case scenario, it doesn't work, you can't get the parent to engage, then just ask the student to send their parent a message to disengage via phone.